James asked a question, and you know what? I thought I would sort of answer it in a very low rent style of video to demonstrate the answer for you, James, and for anyone else. And I'll link it on the YouTube channel. I'm going to put it on my own personal channel just because you're going to realize pretty quickly this is not exactly a high production value video. And it's also about graphics. It's not really about Reason, so it wouldn't make sense to put it on the Reason channel. But check this out. James asks this question about the graphics that I put out today. I'm the furthest thing from a graphic designer, but it might be fun to dabble by creating these backdrops. That's exactly why I put them out there, James. So perfect. Can anyone recommend a simple program on a Mac that would allow me to design combinators using the elements Ryan is sharing? And James, I can show you a simple program on a Mac that you already have, and it's called Preview. The same Preview app that you might use to browse PDFs and images and whatever else is something you can actually do some very basic layering with. Now, at times it's not exactly super elegant in the way that Photoshop is, but it would totally work for you to, as you put it, to dabble. So let me show you how this works. If we open up in the folder of image assets that I put out there are templates. These here, 1U, 2U, 3U, 4U, 5, and 6U, which is U is short for unit. So you pick the size of Combinator that you want to use. So let's design should we do a 5U graphic? So I'm going to double click that. It's going to open up in Preview. Then I'm going to open up one of the other things. Let's try, I want one of my just backgrounds. I have, I think, a thing somewhere in here called like blue retro synth. Well, here, I'll just spin through. I'll find it. There, that one. Yeah. Is that 5U or 4U? That might be 4U. We'll find out pretty quickly. So I'm going to open up this in Preview. Looks like that's 4U. Okay, hang on. Let me switch this up here. I'm going to open up the 4U template. There we go. That looks right. Okay. So I'm going to take, what I want to do is I'm going to open up this graphic element, and then I'm going to just do Command C or go to the edit menu and choose copy. And if I come into my template here and I go paste, there you go. It pops on. Now you can see it put it, for some reason, put a little north. You had this white bar at the bottom, but you can move these things around. It's sitting on top of the image that was already there. And so we can kind of move it into place. And in fact, we can even use the arrow keys to nudge it. And if you notice, I'm nudging until I don't see any white border on the top, bottom, left, or right. So there we go. Now I've got one graphic element already in place. I can close that. And let's put some other stuff on here. So we've already got, in this graphic element, we've already got some hex bolts or some Allen bolts and holes. So let's put one of these panels. Should put a gray panel on. So I'm going to open up this gray panel. I'm going to press Command C to copy it, close it, and then I'm going to come back here. I'm going to press Command V to paste it. And now it's sitting on here, and I can move it around in Preview, and I can position it where I want. So maybe I want it to go down here. Maybe I'll put two of those on. I'll put one up here too. And you see you get little guidelines in Preview, which is, kind of a handy little thing. And what else should we do? I'm going to put some of these. I've got these fader plates here. And now if I do the regular old Command C, Command V, we get all 10 of them at the same time. Maybe we don't want that. So I'm going to undo that. So what we can actually do is you've got a crosshairs in Preview. So if I just sort of drag a little box around the first one, Command C, Command V, paste that. I can pop that here. And then maybe I'll go get some of the other ones. Maybe I don't need all 10, but maybe I'll grab a couple of different ones. So go here, paste that, and get that in there. These I'm going to line up kind of by eye because you'll see this is where Preview is not exactly elegant. I'm copying, like here, I'll just demonstrate here. If I copy all the way down to here, this is all blank space. So if I copy and paste, there's nothing there, but you see it throws off what the center point, what it thinks the center point is for this object. So that just sort of comes with the you get what you pay for free territory of Preview. But you can nudge these around with the arrow keys and kind of set them up. So there, maybe I want to have 3 faders there. And let's go on here and find something else. What else should we put? I've got these white boxes. Maybe I'll do, which one? There's a couple different sizes here. I'll do this size of white box. And we're going to copy that, paste that on here, and we'll put that, should I put that down here? Yeah, I'll put that down here. So I'm going to put that there, and then I'm going to select, with the shift key, I'm going to select these, and I'm going to move those up a little bit to give my white box some space. And what else can we do? What else is on here? There's some vents. Yeah, I'll put a vent on here. Why not? I'm kind of repeating the process here, but I'll put a vent over here, and let's put another vent beneath it. I'll put another vent even. Let's make a bunch of vents there. So that's like a, you know what? I'm going to put vents the whole way down. Why not? Just going to go vents down the side. Whoa, I scaled it by mistake. And again, I'm sort of just doing this by eye. You can be more nitpicky if you want to when you're doing yours. I'll shift click these to select them all. I'm holding down shift while I'm clicking just to select those. And then I can nudge those. Okay. And I don't know. What else? Let's put one more thing on just for the fun of it. Oh, you know what? There was that, where was that spray paint? Oh, that thing. Yeah. Grab that. Pop that on there. We put a little spray paint like it's a piece of gear that's been stenciled. That just a little trivia there. MNSH. What is that? What is that? That is my old high school, Marple Newtown Senior High School. And so I just, for whatever reason, when I was making the stencil, I thought, oh, that's something we might have had stenciled in the old theater department. Some gear there. So or the video department that I used to hang out into. So anyway, okay, that's the process. So now we've got all these objects, and we can, you can click on them and you can rearrange them if you want to. If we decided that we actually wanted to put our faders over this side, we could do that. Once you got your panel looking the way you want it to look, you just go here and you go export. And then we're going to put it on the desktop, and we'll call it custom Combi 1. Save it to the desktop. And if you go into Reason and you load that as your custom backdrop, it's going to be ready for you to drop your knobs and your controls on. So there you go, James. That is the answer to your question. One little tip you might want to know about. I opened up this template for you, and I just started going to town and putting things on it. If I were to, in fact, I'll do it right now. If I were to close this, because preview, again, this is where preview is not super elegant. It auto saves, but in a kind of weird way. So if I close this document, it's not going to ask me if I want to save or do it. It's just going to let me close it. But now if I go and I reopen this, I've got my object, but see, I can no longer, it's like flattened now into one single image. So the first thing I would actually do if I'm you and I'm going to do this in preview is let's say I wanted to work in the 3 unit template there. The first thing I would do would actually be to duplicate the file, and then we'll call it whatever, 3U build 01. And then I would work on that duplicate so that you don't run into a problem of what I've done now, where I've basically overwritten the old template. So, and if you do, you just get it off the Dropbox again. It's not the end of the world. You can just go back to the Dropbox and get the original. But it just saves you having to do that. So I would recommend that. Anybody else watching, that's kind of a simple way on a Mac. At least you can do it. Let me know in the comments if there's a simple, easy way to do it on Windows like that you already have built into the OS. So good luck, James.